we are, Charlie Russell, Concord TV. There's the captain's meeting between the Concord High Crimson Tide and the Hanover Marauders. And today we have a real pro with us. What's your name anyway?
Who you want me to be?
I don't know.
Hey, Charlie. Jim Rivers here with you, and this should be a really good one. You go back to 2008. Hanover won their first state championship. The victim that year was Concord High. Hanover has only lost once in the state championship since. Concord has never been back, and they can punch their ticket with a win over guess who? Hanover here tonight.
So here's the introductions coming in here.
We'll pick up the starting lineup as they come out. Concord High, of course, coached by Patrick McDonough, and the Marauders of Hanover, coached by John Dodds. Another memorable name in my history book, scoring the famous goal for Hanover and beating Bishop Brady in overtime in the state championship many years ago.
Yeah, well, you've done quite a few of these through the years, Jim. We appreciate having you here.
Well, for Hanover tonight, Sage McGinley-Smith, the junior, on the left wing. Gail Morse, the sophomore,
behind
on
you,
the
Jim.
right wing. Meredith Morhun, a senior, will center that first line. And defensively, it'll be Natalie Morhun, a junior. And Lily Seelig, a sophomore, and the goaltender, and a very good one, Rebecca Rudd, who is she's a junior, pretty much been the go-to goaltender for Hanover this year, although their backup goaltender, Caitlin Smith, has seen quite a bit of action. The problem for Concord, Charlie, is they don't have a backup goaltender.
No.
So you just hope that Abby Corbett doesn't get hurt.
She was down for a few minutes in the last game. I heard later she took a stick in the ribs.
Let's pick up
they're introducing everyone here today.
Everyone. It's tournament time, Charlie.
Oh, okay. I'm
sorry. It's a big show. But if you go back with Hanover, they beat Concord 5-3 in 2008. St. Thomas Dover won the championship in 2009. In fact, Hanover didn't even make it to the final game. But since then, it's been beating Bishop Girton, Oyster River, Lebanon, Oyster River again, Berlin-Gorham. They beat Brady Trinity, Berlin-Gorham again. In the last 3 years, they have beaten Exeter 3-1, 7-3, and 4-1. So they own the state championship, and the road to the state title always goes through Hanover.
Yeah.
All right, let's pick up the starting lineup for Concord High. Johanna Dustin is a junior. She'll be on that left wing. Nicole Jones, a senior, on the right wing. Jalen Kelleher, a junior, at center. And defensively, it will be Lulu Lepard, a freshman. And Maria Armagadian, a junior, defensively. And Abby Corbett, of course, will be your senior goaltender. And they are also announcing all of the players for this Concord High. James seated number one in defense, giving up just over a goal a game at 1.2, and number two in offense, averaging about 5.5 goals a game. Hanover, on the other hand, is ranked 8th defensively, giving up over 4 goals a game, and defensively, they've been pretty strong at 1.65. But talking with John Dodds a few minutes ago, he said, if we play like we did in that 1-0 loss to Concord, we won't win this game. Concord out shooting them considerably in that game.
Yeah.
It was 23-8.
Yeah.
That they outshot Hanover. And I guess if you're going to play Hanover, Charlie, it's nice to have them on your home rink.
Yeah, well, that's it. That always helps.
Concord with a 7-4 win over Bishop Girton in the first round. And Hanover had a pretty easy time of it with an 11-1 win over the Astros of Pinkerton. Both the teams, of course, had a first-round bye. The winner on to the state championship at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning at SNU against either second-ranked Berlin-Gorham or number 3 Oyster River Portsmouth. Those two teams will play in the nightcap here tonight. Now, Hanover has not lost a game to a New Hampshire team this year. Their 4 losses came out of state. They did have that one tie against Oyster River.
We'll pause for the national anthem. We don't see the flag, so we don't record. And there's our national anthem, and our Concord team comes over, puts their helmets on, and suits up. 3 refs tonight, so 1 ref, 2 linesmen, I guess.
1 women and 2 men, and it would be, I must say, it'd be nice someday to look out there and have 3 women during the semifinal game, but it is what it is, as they say.
Well, I'm sure you saw the paper with the what was it, a junior Monarchs coach tried to beat up a ref down in, Kingston, Mass?
Spit on him, and then They had to pull him off.
And they had a video of it.
I
so.
think his career's done, Charlie.
Yeah, I think so too. There was something written up. Like apparently the coach had played for UNH a few years back, 10, 15 years ago,
Yeah,
and then he went to NEC the last year. So anyway, here's our team down below us, and we got a good crowd. And it's a 5:30 start game, so we should see the crowd grow. 5:36 right now, so take it away, Jim.
All right, out to center ice we go, and it'll be Jalen Kelleher and Meredith Morhan facing off in center ice. Concord High will be moving from your left to the right, dressed in their crimson and white with the white jerseys, and the Hanover defense controls. Over to protect along the blue line, Maria Armaganian. She's a real stalwart on defense, one of the co-captains as a junior. Out it comes to Dustin, down the wing. Nice shift to work away by Seelig. They bang along the end wall. Morhan back there. Squirts free into the corner. Taken to the corner by Concord. Sent around the boards. Kept in by Dustin. Again, these two teams played about 3 weeks ago. Concord getting the only goal of the game despite 23 shots on Corbett. And Corbett pokes it out to her winger. Breaking down the left side. This is McGinley Smith. Taken to the corner by Armaganian. Armaganian works it free. Left point, kept in by McDonald. Now down in front. Over is Morhan. Look at the Morhan sisters on this team. And the Tide will bring it out. Left wing. This is Kelleher. She'll send it in deep. Concord will change up some personnel. And right wing corner just a little bit out of our view down here. Controlled by the Marauders. And a couple of the Marauder players collide down there in front of their own cage. Taken by little Mackenzie Liu. Works away by Norton. Chased into the corner by Liu, just a freshman. Locked down by Greta Norton. Prevented that puck from coming out in front. Sent back in. Concord has it on defense. Just underway here. 13:21 to go in period one. Crimson Tide against Hanover. State semifinals here at the Everett Arena in Concord. A good crowd on hand, too, for this one. We talked earlier before the game, Charlie. This Hanover team doesn't seem to have the big gun scorer that we've seen.
Yeah, that's what I noticed when they played.
They're a very well balanced team. As we said, they have not lost to a New Hampshire team this year. There's a save made by the goaltender Rebecca Rudd. First shot on net for Concord High. And the Marauders break it out. Angled off the boards by Morhan. Back into the corner for Concord is Kelleher. She'll sweep it the other way. Over for LaRiviere. Kept in at the point. That's Greta Norton over there. Only one shot to show for either team at this point.
Wrong side of the red line.
And 12:21 to go here in period number one. They'll have the face-off left wing circled to the right of Rebecca Rudd. Sent into the corner. Marauders control. Taken by Danielle Rudd, sister of the goaltender. Kept in by Kelleher. Back after it again is Danielle Rudd. Along the wall to McDonald. Good pressure, good forechecking by the Crimson Tide at this point, keeping it down low. Pepper Joseph. Loose in front. Brackett has it. She'll send it into the neutral zone. Broken up by Armaganian. Maria along the right wall. Puts it on net. Save made by Rebecca Rudd. I'm not sure she expected a shot coming from that point. So the teams will change up a bit here. They'll drop it in the right wing circle. And controlled by the Marauders. At the point, though, it's Dustin. Johanna sends it around the boards for Amy Cohen in the corner. Off the stick of the goaltender. 3 shots on net for Concord High. Kept in along the wall by Greta Norton. Near side it comes to Morhan. And she'll clear it.
It's going to be on net.
It is going to be just wide of the net, so this will be an icing.
A fluttering puck, huh?
A little bit of a knuckleball there. All right, they're going to drop it to the left of the goaltender. Caitlin McKinnon for Concord on the draw. And she wins it and sends it back into the neutral zone. Back forward is Norton. Now Dustin. Broken up along the wall. Here's Dustin. You figure since 2008, Hanover has missed the championship game only once. That was in 2009. So to say they have dominated is an understatement. They've had some great teams. Back to get it is Emma LaRiviere. It's no icing. Back with her is McGinley Smith. Takes it off the wall. Save made by Corbett. First save of the night. Off the skate of McGinley Smith into the corner. She'll track it down. Looking to center. And does. For Lindsay. Poke checked away. Good protection in front of Corbett. Sent out of the zone by Dustin. Nicole Jones backhands it up the wall. Taken by McDonald. Kaylee. Norton back to get it. Mackenzie Liu. Cohen goes down. With it is Morhan. They'll reload. Down the wing. This is McDonald. Kylie. Again taken away by Kelleher. Circling the cage. Up the wall. Center ice knocked down by McDonald. Kaylee McDonald, a freshman. A couple of freshmen on this Hanover team. This is Doherty. Aaron sends it in deep. Morhan. Cohen is there with her. At the point, Armaganian keeps it in. Chased into the far corner. This is Amy Cohen. Cohen checked down there by Seelig. Along the half boards. High in the net. Natalie Morhan got some room. Still moving. Natalie Morhan gains the line. Rides the work away by Armaganian and can't. Now they'll set it up. This is Morhan. Just wide of the net. Morhan has it. And checked by Armaganian. Taken away by Lepard. Lulu with it on her stick. Up the wall. Kept into the point by Gail Morse. Armaganian sweeps it to the far side. Off the wall to Cohen. Taken away by the Marauders. This is Danielle Rudd. Across the line. Armaganian. Again, Maria.
There we go.
Giving good protection. Picked up by Amy Cohen. Amy Cohen closing shot. And a save made by the goaltender, Rebecca Rudd. Chipped out in front. Swept aside by McDonald. And cleared away. And this is going to be the second icing of the night.
Another icing, huh? What's that, third icing they've had, I think? Third or fourth?
8:26 to go in period one. We're still scoreless here. Jim Rivers along with Charlie Russell for CCTV. And the winner moves on to the state championship. For Hanover, it's ho-hum, another championship game.
Yeah.
Concord would love to get back there. First time since 2008. When these kids were how old? Probably 3, 4.
I think they start 2007, 2008.
2008 was the first year
of
the official tournament. All right, kicked around in the circle. No one controlling. Finally, the Marauders get it. They'll send it out.
Trip.
That went
no call.
Riviere. Huh? No call. Muscled against the wall by Brackett. Swept out by Dustin. And a Tardif into the corner with Seelig. Starting defenseman for the Marauders. Cohen, McKinnon, and Doherty is the second line for Concord I. And then Coach McDonough will shuffle in girls in and out. Christina Chow, Sophia Brackett, and Pepper Joseph, the second line for Hanover. They do have a third line. Taken away by Morhan. Behind her cage. Out onto the ice now, Jalen Kelleher just off the bench. Going forward in the circle, over skating. McGinley Smith Again, taken away, this time by McKinnon. Along the half boards, left of the circle. Pepper Joseph, broken up at the line. McKinley Smith. Across the line, he'll take the shot. Glove save by Corbett. I think that might have been over the pipes had she let it go, but they mark it down as a save nonetheless. And the faceoff will be in the Concord end. To the right of Abby Corbett. Right to McDonald. Her shot redirected, saved, swept. Nearly McKinley Smith couldn't quite find the handle to get another shot off. Pressure now by the Marauders, kicked aside by Lepard. Best pressure of the night by Hanover. Finally, out comes Dustin. Down the wall, checked by McDonald. Dustin sends it in deep. Dustin cutting in front of Morhan. In front. Kelleher unable to get the shot away. Put it on her stick. Back is Lepard. Lulu has it. In her own end. Tipped ahead, but by Dustin. Broken up by Morhan. Meredith Morhan, a senior co-captain for this Hanover team. So she has played on a couple of championship teams for sure. Maria Armaganian. Over to Lepard. Lulu with some room. She'll take the shot. It's partially blocked, but a save made by Rebecca Rudd.
So Hanover looks like they're spending a lot of time dropping more than two or three back on defense. It's kind of what they did in the earlier game.
Well, they were outshot 23-8 in that 1-0 loss. And John Dodd says we can't allow that many shots today. Here's a shot into the glove of Rudd, about chest high. So we'll do it again. Concord closed out the season with 4 consecutive wins after losing 2 out of 3. They lost to Lebanon Stevens Kearsarge, and they lost to Hanover. But they're closed out nicely. Here's a shot deflected into the corner. Kept in at the point. In deep. Taken by Aaron Doherty. Checked out the play by Kay Lindsay. Nice job at saving that one, keeping it in. That was McKinnon. McKinnon with it. Plays it left. Sent back in deep. Tracked down to the corner by Lily Seelig for Hanover. Concord changing up rather frequently on defense. Jalen Kelleher, the center, just off the bench. And she has it, keeping it in. Off the stick of Schutz. Redder sends it in. With it is Riviere, the freshman. Nice feed to Kelleher. Over comes Morhan. In front. Broken up. Back come the Rotters. It's a 1-on-2. Gail Morse tried to split the D. Armaganian says, Out of the zone comes Lepard. She'll feed it in deep. Back to get it is Rudd. Danielle Rudd to Morhan. Morhan in the corner. Double team down. They look like Dustin down the end of the far corner. Down goes Seelig. Now with it is Concord. They'll send it out to the point.
Offside.
Tried to send in McGinley Smith. With it is Morhan. Her shot wide of the cage. Over for it is McGinley Smith along with Lepard. And to help out. Also Gail Morse looking on.
Look at me.
Good protection in front of that cage by that Hanover defense. Not letting much through right now. Lepard angles it off the wall. In deep, back is Danielle Rudd. Rudd sends it up the wall for Morse. Taken away. 3:33 to go here in what has been a scoreless first period. Hanover and Concord in the state semifinals. Glove down, but out. Up to Dustin. Poke checked away by Joseph. McKinnon. Down to 3:10 to go in the period. Nice job by McKinnon keeping it in. Along the wall is Destin. Broken up by Daniel Rudd. Out it comes to the neutral zone. We're down to 2:55 to go. Lerviere goes down.
Offside, 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 yeah.
You were right there. You were right on the spot, Charlie. Right. You could reach down and touch that line.
Yeah, I know. We've had some come by here.
Yeah.
Nothing in the box, but
This could be a dangerous place up here, that's for sure. All right, we're going to drop it in the neutral zone right beneath our wonderful vantage point. Certainly beats where we used to do it back in the day over the snack bar.
yeah, way back. You
Way back.
stand up and hit your head,
Get your
Dick
head on the
Osborne.
pipes, yeah.
Maybe you didn't, but Dick did, huh?
Oh, I did. I did. All right, let's do it again. Right beneath us here. Sent out of the zone by Cohen. Cohen will fire in along with Seelig for Hanover. Seelig arrives first. Cohen takes it. Here come the Marauders. We're down to 2:19. It's a 2-on-2. Down the wing. Moving quickly. Is Morhan. Redden off the play. Taken by Lepard. Swept into the corner. Back is Morris with Armaganian. Armaganian stays right with her.
Oh. We got too many men on the ice. 2, 4, 6.
That'll do it. That'll give Concord a...
I was a little worried that the ref at the other blue line was going to call something behind the net, but I had 6 out there.
I know, it helped with you waving at him, holding up 6 fingers.
Yeah.
Not really.
So, we got a 2-minute power play here for, looks like the rest of the period.
They almost had too many men again. Just got one player off the ice, one by Morhan. She'll sweep it into the corner. We got Joanna Dustin on 1 point. Nice breakout by Lerviere. This is Kelleher. She'll slide it in deep. Back goes Rudd. Working it around the boards. This is Morhan. There's a shot, save, covered up. Came from the left wing boards, covered up nicely by Rebecca Rudd. Maybe her best save of the night. Into 27 to go on the power play for Concord. They have a 6-3 advantage in shots on net here in period 1. Berlin Gorham and Oyster River Portsmouth meeting in the nightcap for the right to move into the championship game against the winner of this one. To the right of Becky Rudd. At the point, Lepard drives it. Over is Kelleher. Back into the corner. Concord will try and set things up here. Lepard has it poked, checked away. Rudd, now she's pinned by Armaganian. And it's cleared away with a minute to go, just over a minute to go in this period. Back quickly is Dustin. Hot on her tail is Morhan, who's played well. 1 minute to go. Off the stick of Kelleher. Regains control. She'll drop it. Poked in by Dustin. Tracked down to the far side. And cleared out again.
Up.
Good job of the penalty kill by the Marauders on this one. Back quickly to get it is McGinley Smith.
Ooh. Somebody was asleep on that one.
Almost caught the Tide napping. Lepard lugging it out with some room. 30 seconds to go. Off the wall, Morhan has it. And cleared away again. We're down to 23 seconds. Armaganian back. Here comes Morhan. Up the wall for Dustin. We're going to have to hustle. Down to 12 seconds to go. This is Dustin. She'll put a shot high over the cage. That'll result in a face-off. So a little bit of a break there for Concord, Charlie. They'll get a good face-off down here.
It always seems Hanover has 3 back on defense.
Concord will have a power play for about 4 seconds when they come out in the second period. Here we go, 8.4 seconds. Into the corner, back to get it is Morhan. That should about do it, and will.
That'll be it.
Yep, so the first period ends. Concord High with 6 shots, Hanover with 3. Neither team able to light the lamp, and as we predicted, Charlie, we have a good one going here.
We'll be back. So we're back for the second period here. What were the shots on goal? Concord 6-3. It looks like Hanover's plan is to play strong defense and look for a breakaway. That's kind of what
they had a couple good opportunities down here.
And Concord fell asleep on one of them.
Oh, yeah. Nearly gave up a shorty.
So,
and the Hanovers are getting a little late to the party here in the second period.
So Concord will be shooting.
Concord was supposed to have a power play of about 4 seconds.
Yeah,
now they put it up.
4 seconds, yeah. Concord will be shooting to our left, so hopefully we have some good close-ups on lots of goals. Take it away.
Meredith Morhan and Jalen Kelleher on the draw. McGinley Smith. Taken in center ice by Morhan to Morse. Round behind the cage. Armaganian up the wall for Doherty. Chipped ahead. Back on defense is Morhan. Hanover defense very quick in getting back. Concord controlling in the circle. Swept through the circle. Tried to set up Nicole Jones in front. And off the stick of Kelleher. Into the corner it goes. Back is Natalie Morhan. You hear the name Morhan frequently because we have Meredith and Natalie. Meredith is the
high
senior.
stick. Oh, puck was hit with a high stick, huh?
Yeah, high stick violation.
Yeah.
So they're going to bring it out for the face-off all the way down on the doorstep of Abby Corbett, the senior goaltender. So Pat McDonough will be looking for another goaltender next year. And they're dropping to the right of Corbett. And it comes free all the way back into the Hanover end. Lily Seelig is back quickly. Up the wall from McGinley Smith. And the Marauders come out. McGinley Smith tried to go wing to Morse. Did not connect. Morse into the corner. McDonald tracking it down in the circle. Armaganian over. Behind the net. Lepard. Poke checked away by Gail Morse for Hanover. Both Concord boys and girls into their respective tournaments as the number 1 seed. Concord playing Trinity on Saturday night. Here's McGinley Smith. Sage gains the line. Back quickly is Armaganian and takes her to the corner. McGinley Smith down. Armaganian did her job on the back check. Maria sends it around the wall now. Looking for Amy Cohen. Loose out in front. And chipped out. There's a foot race. Haley McDonald has it. Morse. Plays it left. Meredith Morhan. And it's going to be an icing. They'll bring it back.
Well, we got a pretty good crowd here, but we got a later game as well.
Yep, some of the folks from the Berlin area and over the seacoast, I'm sure, starting to trickle in. Going to drop it to the left of Rebecca Rudd, junior goaltender for Coach Dodds. Controlled by the Tide. Put on net, save.
Bouncing puck, couldn't get it.
Bouncing puck. Joanna Dustin right on the doorstep, but couldn't settle it. Battling right in front of the penalty box. Now it comes free. Taken by Norton. Broken up. Shot wide of the cage by Lindsay. You know, the way these two teams are playing, one goal might do it again, Charlie.
Yeah.
Back is Norton. Swept out by Doherty. To the defense, Morhan. Over to bumper was Branch. Swept aside by Morhan. With it now is McKinnon. Pair of fives back for it. Seelig and Branch.
2-on-1.
Yep, McGinley Smith. Got Gail Morse on her right wing. Smith. Shot, saved, and rebound controlled by Concord. Got the rebound out of there quickly. Branch. Up ahead for Kelleher. A little bit of a collision over there with McDonald along the boards. Moorhan. Played offside. This is Tardif. Broken up. Moorhan. Play a little ragged here right at the red stripe. Finally controlled by the Tide. This is Tardif. Into the circle. Met by Seelig. And a Tardif, the freshman. Foot race now. This is McGinley Smith. Swept up the boards by Lulu Lepard. Kept into the point. Good job in front of the cage. Lulu Lepard, just a freshman for Concord High. Nice shift. Moving nicely. Sophia Branch putting on a clinic. Plays it right. Shot from the circle. Wide again. Branch into the corner. Little nifty shift. Shifty
she played almost looked like bluebirds through the window, back and forth.
Brackett has it. Sophia Brackett. Now it's taken away by Lepard. Back into the Hanover end it goes. Back quickly is Dustin. Cutting off Moorhan. Dustin and Moorhan jamming along the end wall. Moorhan comes away. Down comes Armaganian. Just enough to break it up. Christina Chow. Taken away by Lepard. Lulu. Again, stick handling. Taken away. Cleared out by Brackett. Back to get it is Lepard, cutting in front of Pepper Joseph. 9:53 to go. One penalty so far in this game for too many men on the ice. Too many women on the ice. Armaganian plays it behind the cage. Wing to wing it goes, off the wall. Back to get it is Kaylee McDonald. It's going to be an icing, Charlie.
Yeah. Well, they played 1-0 last time, so it's not looking like it's going to be a 5-4 game here today.
Well, Concord High averaging 5.6 goals a game, but Hanover's only given up 1.6. So, what do they say about the immovable object, meaning the irresistible force? We might have it here tonight. Here's Rudd. Loses it. Moving quickly is Joanna Dustin, cutting her off. McDonald and Dustin along the end wall. Dustin keeping it moving. Drops it in front, right to Rudd, and she'll clear it up. Rudd on the backhand. Yeah, I mean, you get the feeling that one goal might be enough in this one. We might be here a while, Charlie.
Could be.
Who is going to make the first mistake?
Yeah, I think that's it.
Sent in by Lepard. Danielle Rudd has it. Taken away. Nice play by McKinnon. This is going to go right to the goaltender. She'll cover up with Amy Cohen arriving, looking for some loose change. 8-4 shots on net.
Getting up toward that halfway mark in the game here. Playoff hockey, that's for sure.
This is just about what we expected. Hanover has not lost to a New Hampshire team this year, despite being seeded number 4. All of their losses have come from out of state. Looking for the wraparound. Kelleher. Into the corner, Lepard. Broken up by Moorhan. Lepard will track it down. Lulu along the wall, reversing. Lepard into the circle. There's shot, saved by the goaltender. Loose in the circle. Where is it? Finally, she covers up. Great opportunity for the Tide right there.
Couldn't find it in time.
Well, Hanover lost to Beekman Town Central out of New York, 2-1. They lost to, they tied them 2-2. They lost to Andover 3-2. They lost to Beekman Town Central 4-2, and Acton Boxborough 3-2, and Woburn Mass 6-3. They're saved by Rebecca Rudd. Concord starting to buzz around that net now.
Yeah. Well, Concord with good pressure the last couple minutes. We'll see what happens here.
All right, 8:02 to go in the period. We'll drop it to the right of the goaltender. Swept to the board, swept around the cage by Morhan. And Hanover feeds it out. This is going to go bouncing just to the left of the cage for an icing. Abby Corbett did well in not putting that stick out to stop it. So we'll bring it back and face it off to the left of Rudd again. Meredith Moorhunt wins the draw. The end of the corner. It goes to sister Natalie. Taken away. There's a shot. Save. What a nice save by Rebecca Rudd. I think that was Anna Tardif that came off the wall and got that backhander in close. Might be the save of the night right there for Rudd.
Yeah, it's Concord. That might have been the mistake that was the goal, but
face off again. Concord controlling. Into the circle. There's a wrister save again by Rudd. Now they're starting to pile up.
Yeah.
13 shots for Concord. Remember, John Dodd says we can't give up 23-24 shots in this game.
Yeah.
Well, they're well on their way. Again, Meredith Moorhan has been good on the faceoff. Wins it again. Into the corner. Swept around near side to Morris. Checked down there by Branch. And to help out is Norton. Now Norton. Branch. Broken up by McDonald. And it's scored free. Back to get it is LaRiviere. Plays it left side. Norton through center ice. Nice poke check away. Taken by Nicole Jones. Her shot wide. Good play at the blue line by Nicole Jones. Nearly turned it into a goal. Concord now starting to control the attacking zone. This is McKinnon. McKinnon, nice feed to Branch. Sophia, nice shift to her right. Swept aside by Moorhunt.
That'll
clears.
be icing.
Yep, it's going to be an icing call. Well, as of right now, the Crimson Tide seem to have taken control of things, but
yeah,
we know how quickly that can change.
Yeah, well, on that get a breakaway, so they got to be careful about that. But
6:33 to go in a scoreless game. We're in the second period, and we're going to drop it to the left of Rebecca Rudd. Swept around along the wall. Pepper Joseph. Christina Chow racing down, cutting her off is Kelleher, showing good speed around the wall for Dustin. Out to center ice, Seelig has it for Hanover. To her right to Moorhan. Angles it off the wall. Right in front of the team benches. Bouncing by Kelleher. Foot race with Pepper Joseph. Armaganian there to save the day. Maria. Quickly. Armaganian gains the line. Her shot blocked from behind by Chow. The end of the corner is Seelig. Armaganian. Shot in front. There's on the bid right there. There it is. Joanna Dustin.
there's the turnover, and it gets up in front, and she put it home.
Well, Joanna Dustin gets the goal, but I'll tell you, Maria Armaganian made the play.
Yeah, that's it.
Time of the goal, 9:14. Joanna Dustin, a junior left winger. And it's a 1-0 hockey game. And now you got to keep on the attack, Charlie. You can't pull back and play defense. What they've been doing the last 3 or 4 minutes offensively has been perfect. Swept in front by Cohen, cut off by the defense. Danielle Rudd. Down the wall, takes a bump. Into the corner is Norton. And it gets by Daniel Rudd. Back to cover up. Kaylee McDonald, the freshman. .5:05 to go in period number 2. Greta Norton. (15-4) advantage shots on net for the Concord girls. Jamming in the corner, just out of our view. A couple of players from each team. Now it comes free. Chipped out to center ice. Moorhunt has it. Moorhunt over to break it up is Doherty. Up it comes to Cohen. She'll slide it into the right corner. Natalie Moorhan leads it up the wall. McKinley Smith. Broken up. And shot. Score! Amy Cohen! What a nice feed.
Concord's forecheck and takes the puck away and finds the open person. Goes off the blocker, but doesn't hit enough to stop it. So Concord up 2-0.
Amy Cohen, the sophomore winger on that second line. And a little breathing room for the Tide here, Charlie. It's almost as if they just found their sea legs in the last 5 minutes. They have really taken control of the game. Looking to make their first trip to the championship since 2008. And looking to end a string of 10 straight appearances in the championship game by these Hanover girls. Save, rebound in front, cleared away. Nice job in front by Natalie Moorhan. There's a drive, just wide, high, looking for that upper corner by Lulu Lepard.
She's got a heck of a shot.
Looking quickly down the wing. This is Moorhan. Save and covered up by Corbett. Save number 5 by Abby Corbett. Still lots of hockey to play here, though. All right, Armaganian got an assist on the goal by Dustin.
Well earned.
This is Rudd. Well, when they got that first goal, Charlie, they did not pull back and play defense. They kept the attack, and it paid off. There's a shot cut off in front. Out to Joanna Dustin. Back is McDonald. Dustin in the slot. Weak shot. Save made by Rudd. Controlled by the Tide. In the crease. Covered up by Rudd. Sliding to her left to make the save. 2:49 to go. Who got the assist? Riviere getting the assist, Charlie, on that second goal.
Yeah.
But it's 2-0 here. Concord looking to become the first New Hampshire school to beat Hanover this year. Here's Morse, taken into the corner by Dustin. .233 to go here in period number 2. The Concord High team out in front of Hanover 2-0. Lepard. I'll make that. That was McKinnon. Nearly got herself a breakaway in that one. Nearing the 2-minute mark here at the Evan Arena in Concord.
That'll be icing.
And this is going to be an icing, so we'll bring it back.
So 2 minutes left in the second period. Concord scored a couple in this period.
Yeah, Joanna Dustin, the junior left winger on the starting line, and Amy Cohen, the left winger on the second line, lighting the lamp for the Crimson Tide here with 1:59 to go in period number 2. Here's a quick move made by Kelleher. Kelleher.
Hook. There's a hook.
Penalty.
Hooking.
And a penalty on McDonald.
Got a hooking call.
Going to be a hooking on Kaylee McDonald, the freshman. So Concord High will get
not a bad
one to take.
Not a bad one to take.
You're looking at 3-0, and you're looking at maybe game over.
Well,
the way this defense is playing, so that was not a bad penalty to take.
So they got one actually within the last 2 minutes in the first period as well.
So you get Lulu Lepard and Armaganian on the point for the power play. Into the corner it goes to Morhan. She'll sweep it around the boards. Doherty has it. Armaganian scores!
I think it went off a Hanover player, I think.
Maria Armaganian.
From the point, huh? 9 seconds into the power play. Yeah, the Hanover defender slammed her stick down. She was trying to redirect it around the net, and it didn't redirect it far enough out. So Concord is up 3-0.
Well, Armaganian with a goal and an assist tonight.
Yeah.
.135 to go. In the corner. Lepard, Lulu on the wing. Brings it out. Still moving. Lepard. Shot, a save by Rebecca Rudd.
Hold on.
18 saves for Rudd through nearly 2 periods.
Yeah.
All right, Aaron Doherty getting the assist.
Yeah.
Armaganian from Doherty. Nice save over the cage by Amy Cohen. That would have been the nail in the coffin right there.
Yeah.
Back quickly is McGinley Smith.
Offside.
Crowd's getting into it now.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure the later game people are here, and I'm sure they're very happy to see Hanover lose.
You know, it's hard to say number 1 beating number 4 is an upset, but when you look at the history and the fact that Hanover has not lost to a New Hampshire team this year, I think this would be a mild upset.
Oh, I think so.
I mean, Concord lost to them 1-0, but we had a long way to go. Here's a shot from the point taken by Rudd. Missed the target completely. Just under a minute to go in the period. Again, Concord leading 3-0. Goals by Dustin, Cohen, and Armaganian here in the second period as they have broken things open. 35 seconds to go. Backing up is McDonald. Here's a shot over the goaltender. Here's Morhan. Morhan with McGinley Smith. Knocked down in front. 10 seconds to go. I think Concord is pretty content to chip it in and take that 3-0 lead to the locker room. And that's what's going to happen. After 2 periods of play, Concord High 3, Hanover 0. 15 minutes away from a berth in their first state championship since 2008.
We'll be back. So we're back for the third period. Watch it. We're back for the third period. And a big period for Concord. Second period, they scored 3 goals. And looked like Hanover was getting a little tired near the end there. We'll see if they get refreshed with the break, but...
Well, again, the key is Concord has to be offensive and not defensive. They're up 3-0. No sense trying to kick back and protect the lead. Just go at them.
Yeah.
But you got to feel good about a 3-goal lead going into the third period. All right, here we go. Meredith Morhan, the senior co-captain, in the circle with Jalen Kelleher, the junior for Concord High, Goals by Dustin, Cohen, and Armaganian. And we're up 3-0 as they let the clock wind down.
Waiting for the clock to wind down.
Old friend Steve Potozak on the scoreboard and on the clock. And Rebecca Rudd ready in the nets to your right, and Abby Corbin to your left. Controlled by Concord, poked away. Back into the corner goes Moorhund for it. She's played well for Hanover. Hanover would like to get one quickly if they can here, kind of set the tone for this period.
Yeah.
They'll drop it back. Lulu Lepard. Armaganian. Back behind the net. Johanna Dustin, one of the goal scorers. Stopped in center ice by Rudd. Rudd moves in. Rudd fans on the shot. Back up from her knees. Managed to backhander. Missed the mark. And kept in. Poke checked away by Dustin. Over is McGinley Smith. Willing to avoid Armaganian. Comes free. Kept in. Danielle Rudd. Drops it off for McGinley Smith into the circle. Taken away by Armaganian. She'll softly send it, but not soft enough.
That'll be icing that ends the threat.
It's going to be an icing. I think her goal was to just get it out of the zone softly, but brand new sheet of ice. That thing moved quickly.
Yeah, well, Hanover looked like they had some momentum there, but we'll see.
All right, they're going to drop it to the right of Abby Corbett, playing in her final game for Concord High at the Everett Arena. As is a number of the seniors on this team. Erin Doherty, Nicole Jones, Ella Doherty, who's not with us tonight, but a member of the team, a senior. All in their last game. Back to cover is Seelig. Taken by Doherty and fed back in. 13:33 to go in this hockey game. Concord leading perennial champion
Oh, come
Hanover.
on. They're calling a trip on that.
They are. Yep.
Didn't look like, a hook.
Going to call a hook.
Hook, as opposed to
You
a
say
trip.
tomato, I say tomato. It was a good penalty.
Well, it was...
Come on, Charlie.
Ref was right there. Ref was right there. I'm not a homer.
Come on, it was a good penalty. Hanover's on the power play. I got to settle you down here.
Well,
Meredith Moorhund been good in faceoffs tonight, along with Kelleher into the corner. And it gets away from Rudd.
There it is.
Here we go. It's a foot race. Jalen Kelleher looking to cut in front. And
It went in. It went in. A shorty.
A shorty.
Concord goes up 4-0. She wasn't able to turn the corner with the puck, and I think she kind of lost control. But as the goalie went across, it slid under and hit the far post. So it's not over till it's over. But certainly Hanover has a big hole to dig itself out of.
Oh yeah, this would be some sort of a comeback, but. Off the skate of Moorhund. Glove save. Nice save by Abby Corbett. Bounced around a bit. She
comes over after the whistle blows and gives it another whack. It's like they're calling a penalty here on number 17. Putting them both out, I guess. Matching minors. Slashing.
I know the official went down.
Yeah.
We have 1:24 to go on the penalty by Doherty.
Hand pass, going to move it way down.
We had twin minors on Hanover and Concord.
Yeah,
so the only penalty up there early is Aaron Doherty. It's a 5-on-4.
Keep the game in hand, huh?
5-on-4. Concord still shorthanded for another minute and 10 seconds. Knocked aside at center ice. Nicely by Anna Tardif. Last time Concord was in a championship game, 2008, 12 years ago. These girls were 4 and 5 years
there's
old.
Another penalty, a trip. That certainly looked like a trip. I'm not going to dispute that one. Concord will be down two players for.
Well, if you want to let Hanover crawl back into this game,
Yeah,
that's the way to do it.
Yeah,
that's how you do it. And now it's a 5-on-3 for 51 seconds. Now to Rudd. Rudd tried to set up Morse right on the doorstep. Shot blocked again, this time by Kelleher. There's a shot wide of the cage taken by Rudd. Jalen Kelleher sends it deep. Kelleher back into the corner. Poked away at the line. Driven out by Armaganian. Kelleher clears. 14 seconds to go. And it'll be a 5-on-4 for about a minute. Yeah, you don't want to play this period shorthanded the entire period. Although they picked up a shorty, Charlie. So
yeah, well.
Armaganian whistles it around. It gets away from McDonald. Joanna Dustin back to get it. Lots of time left in this hockey game. Concord with a 22-7 advantage in shots on net. McGinley Smith feeds it in. Knocked down right in front. Came off the wall. As Morhan tried to center it in front. 33 seconds and Concord will be back at even strength. They've done a great job in killing off this penalty. Here comes McGinley Smith. She'll drive it. Greta Norton got a piece of it. Just enough to block it. On the wall. Now it's taken by Norton. Schutz unable to get over there in time. Now it's taken away by Dustin. Dustin walks in. Save.
Good forechecking.
Rudd. That is save number 20 for Rebecca Rudd tonight. 4 seconds to go, and Concord will be back at even strength. 4-0 on goals by Dustin, Cohen, Armaganian, and Kelleher. And a drop it to the right of Rudd. Top it comes. There's a shot wide. We all anticipated a close game. I don't think anyone anticipated a 4-0 game in the third period.
No, I figured 2-1, a one-goal game here.
Yeah.
But
Norton along the wall, keeps it moving. Good protection in front by Schutz. Championship game is going to be Saturday morning at 10 at the Southern New Hampshire University Arena. Cleared away. Both teams are now at full strength. Norton plays it right. This is Cohen. Cohen with a goal tonight. He'll send it in deep. Back to get it is Danielle Rudd. Up the far side to Joseph. Taken away by Lepard. Lulu feeds it back in. With it is Rudd. Nearing the halfway point of the third period. Concord leading 4-0. There's a shot taken wide of the cage. It's taken by Morhan, Natalie Morhan. There's Joseph. Stolen away. Caitlin McKinnon leads it in. Dustin tracking it down to the corner, cutting in front of McDonald. Dustin, full head of steam. Up to the point to Lepard. I think the crowd wants another goal.
Yeah, I think so.
Pretty good crowd in the balcony behind the Hanover goaltender.
Oh.
Shot wide. Kelleher, another good bid. In the corner, McDonald and Dustin. Puck squirts loose to Rudd, Daniel Rudd, feeding it around the boards for Joseph. Kelleher over to meter, up to Armaganian. Maria. McKinley Smith, again, Armaganian breaks it up. Back to get it, Seelig, Lily Seelig. What a run this Hanover team has had, though, Charlie. 2008, they won it. 2009, they didn't make the championship game, and they've won it every year since.
Yeah.
Just a great run by this team, and it's 7 minutes and 37 seconds from being over. As far as their championship run is concerned, Lulu Lepard behind her own net. Over is Morhan. Meredith has played a good game for Hanover. She's a senior for this Hanover team, along with Christina Chow, Pepper Joseph, and Georgia Flynn. Goaltender Rebecca Rudd will be back next year. 23-8 shots on net in the last meeting. It's 23-7 right now.
Yeah.
Near side feed to McKinley Smith. Her shot, stick save. Into the corner by Corbett. Swept up the wall. This is McKinnon. Gains the line. McKinnon in the circle. His shot. On the far side, it's Morhan with it. Meredith cuts in front of her own cage. Morhan reversing. Hanover running out of time. Down 4-0. Rudd in her own end. Up to the point to Morhan. Broken up. Shot by Ed Cardiff. Broken up. McKinley Smith. Starting it up is Kelleher. Jalen feeds it. Back to get it, Seelig. To her right. Sophia Brackett. Kept in at the point. Backing up is LaRiviere, the freshman. Save is made by Corbett. Score! On the rebound. Hanover's on the board. Christina Chow.
Under 6 minutes left, 5:55. Rebound popped out there and nobody there to clear it. And she gave a whack at it and it went in.
Time of the goal is 9:05.
Unassisted.
Christina Chow. All right.
Well, we'll see if Hanover gets energized by that or.
Back to get it is Seelig. On her tail, Aaron Doherty, the senior. You know, Hanover gets another one, and then you're thinking about pulling the goaltender, and then things could get interesting.
Well, we'll see here. That'll be icing.
That will be icing indeed, and they'll bring it back. 5:28 to go. Berlin Gorham against Oyster River Portsmouth. Unassisted by Christina Chow, the senior left winger on that second line. 5:28 to go. In the corner is Dustin. This Hanover team is not going to go quietly. Tried to set up Dustin in front. Ridden off the play by the defense.
That'll be icing out, waved it off.
Armaganian. Here comes McKinley Smith. Armaganian reversing. Nice move behind the cage. Armaganian. Out of the zone it comes. Dustin. In the circle, Dustin. 4:49 to go. 23-10 advantage. Shots on net for the Crimson Tide. Clearing pass intercepted by McKinnon. Near side it comes. McKinley Smith. Stick save. Rebound again. With it is Morhan. Morhan behind the net. Drops it off the side of the net. Kept in by McDonald. Shot is blocked. by Jones. Jones will go back and get it along with Danielle Rudd. Here comes Dustin as well. Over to Morhan. 4:13 to go. Broken up in the neutral zone by Norton. Swept down the boards
up
by
in the
McKinnon.
bench. Up in the bench.
Into the bench area.
Well, Concord is very adept in stick handling through crowds and picking up loose pucks with the skates.
Face off one by Hanover. Jalen, it's Greta Schutz. Greta Norton. Feed up ahead, Anna Tardif. To center ice, Anna gains the line. Into the corner, deep it goes. We're at 3.5. Along the end wall. Concord still controlling. Now it's chipped out.
Oh,
Here's a break, walking in. Score! Mackenzie Lou.
well, we have ourselves a game here. 4-2 with 3:11 left.
Time of the goal is 11 minutes and 49 seconds. And Mackenzie Lou, the freshman. Here we go. Hang on to your hats, Charlie.
Yeah. Timeout Concord. Timeout Concord. That's what I think. Good time for a timeout. Stop the momentum. Let them get some rest.
Well, if you look ahead to Saturday, Berlin Gorham, Hanover beat them 5-2 in their only meeting, I believe. And Concord beat them 1-0. And as far as Oyster River Portsmouth goes, I know Hanover tied them 2-2. And Concord beat them 2-1. So it figures to be a pretty good championship game.
Looks
no
pretty.
matter who's there.
Looks pretty good. Well, here's our girls down below, and good time for a timeout. Get some momentum, stop the momentum, and get them get their top line, top players with a little bit of energy, a little bit of a rest.
Hanover has outscored Concord 2-1 in this period.
Yeah.
How big is that goal by
That
shorthanded goal by Kelleher?
Yeah. Otherwise,
How big is that? Here we go. Final 3:11. Semifinal action. State tournament. Up to meet it. Lulu Lepard. Nice move on McGinley Smith. Up to Cohen. Somebody lost a stick. In front. Broken up by Morhan. We're down to 2:55 to go. Armaganian gets a stick on it. Back is Morhan. And the game that we figured was a rout 2 minutes ago has tightened up. Lepard works her way through the defense. Lulu Lepard.
she can do it.
Morhan has it. Back is Armaganian. Near side to McGinley Smith. Nice shift on Armaganian. Backhander. Score!
They came to play, folks. They came to play. 3 goals in the third period to Concord's 1. Concord takes a timeout and does not stop the momentum.
3 goals in 3 minutes.
That's it. So the Hanover team is looking to uphold their reputation here.
Well, we told you the champs weren't going to go quietly, and they're not. 2.5 minutes to go. Consecutive goals here.
I think both teams are pretty tired out there.
I think there's no question. 2:15. At some point, he'll pull Rebecca Rudd, but if they can keep that puck down there, Morhan. Dustin breaks it up. Nicole Jones feeds it in. Back to get it is Rudd. We're at 2 minutes.
What number you got for a score? Steve's looking.
Yeah, that
he's asking the girls.
Taken back by Morhan.
Goalie is out. Goalie is out. 6 on 5.
Yep. Stick save into the corner. Hanover has not gone yet. Save by Corbett. Minute 24 to go. Joanna Dustin.
There
Looks
it is.
for the open net.
Oh,
No, it's not going to make
wobbles. That'll be icing.
But we're down to
A fluttering puck. Looked like it was heading for that goal, but it kind of took a right turn. Oh, there's the scoreboard, folks. Says it all.
Who scored the goal?
who got that goal?
I asked these girls, who scored the goal?
All right, face-off will come to the right of the goaltender,
Yeah.
Abby Corbett. We're down to a minute. 10-time defending champs. Back is Armaganian. We're under a minute. Out to McConnell. They keep it in. Knocked down. Shot is wide by McGinley Smith. Armaganian up the wall. Danielle Rudd puts a shot wide. 40 seconds to go. 4-3 Concord.
Concord
3 goals
gets it
in
out.
3 minutes. Taken by McKinnon. McKinnon on the backhander. Blocked nicely by Rudd.
Less than 30.
Down to 28 seconds to go. Concord fighting along the wall. Back is Armaganian. Armaganian sends it up the wall. Down to 16 seconds. Morhan battling. 10 seconds. Kicked into the air. 5 seconds.
That's it.
Concord High is going to the championship. And it wasn't easy.
And Concord holds on to win.
The 10-time defending champions didn't go without a whimper, though, Charlie.
No, they didn't go quietly,
What a
did they?
comeback. But goals by Dustin, Cohen, Armaganian, and the winning goal, a shorthanded goal by Kelleher, a minute 46. Who'd have thought that'd have been the winning goal?
Yeah, well, that was looking like extra padding on the insurance. It turned out to be the winning goal.
It'll be Concord High against either Berlin Gorham or Oyster River Portsmouth. They play next. Championship Saturday morning at 10, Charlie. It's new.
10 a.m. Concord TV will be there. And we'll follow them along. And folks, I want to thank you for watching. And if you want a copy of this, you can go to yourconcordtv.org and order it.
It was a good one,
Concord
Charlie.
Team. Good evening. Thanks a lot, Jim. I appreciate it.